I had a very strange dream early morning hours of the 21st of October 2008. Now, when I woke up, it bothered me the whole day and I did not know the meaning of it. Now, the same day I got onto the internet and did some research about the beast that I saw in my dream, and I found stuff that really startled me. Now, it took me more or less a year to gather all the information and to understand it. And when I saw all the things that I found, I've decided to put it on a DVD for people to see. Now, I do have a request, and I ask you to give me a chance to put all the facts on the table, and then you can decide for yourselves what to make of it. Now, this dream was like a red flag to me, and I knew God was telling me something, but at that time I didn't understand what He was trying to tell me. Not until now. I dreamed that I was in a church hall and it was full of people praying. Now everyone had their sackcloth spread open and was engaged in prayer. All of a sudden I was alone with another woman in the church, and then I saw it, a huge black beast. His head was like that of a bull and he had one big horn in the middle of his forehead, like a rhino horn. There was a rider on his back, and I got the feeling that it was an angel, a messenger. Now, the moment when I saw the beast, the other woman and I was alone in the church. Now, when this beast entered the church, the other woman willingly got onto his back, and the beast took her away. Now, I could not see where did he take her. Instinctively, I knew that the beast was going to come back to me as well. Anxiously, I tried to seek a hiding place, but I couldn't find any in the church hall. I felt exposed and vulnerable. Now, in that moment, while I was anxiously seeking for a hiding place, I noticed that I was dressed in a plain long dress. It was the light blue color of the heavens. Surprised and curiously, I started to inspect it, and I saw that it had no neck collar. I lifted the seams of my dress with both hands and held it beside me, and saw that the lower part, the skirt, was full flare. Now all of a sudden a male child was with me, and he was a few months old. Now this all happened while I was anxiously looking for a hiding place to hide myself from the beast. But the only place that I could find and see in the church was the corner of one of the windowsills. So I went to the windowsill and I sat down in it with the child on my lap. I sat in the corner with my legs crunched in and my feet on the windowsill, and I took the huge flare part of my dress by its seams and I wrapped it around us, and we were hiding in the folds of my light blue dress that covered us. Now we were desperately trying to hide away from the beast. Now that was the only protection that I could find. After a while, the beast returned, and as he came into the church, he came straight towards me and the child from where we were desperately trying to hide from him. But we could not hide ourselves from the beast. The beast with a rider on his back came right up to me and I had to get onto his back. I had no choice. I had to climb on his back. Now in that moment I do not know what happened to the child. The beast carried me on his back for a short while, and then the rider led me off at some place. I couldn't see where I was released. I got off of the beast with little effort, and then the beast disappeared. While I was standing there in astonishment, all of a sudden the rider of the beast stood next to me. But I was so excited about the strange-looking beast that I've seen that I never noticed what the rider or the messenger really looked like. With my eyes fixed on the place where the beast disappeared, I excitedly talked and told him that I saw the huge black bull with a horn in the middle of his forehead, one horn. Now I was amazed because I've never seen or heard of such a strange animal before in my life. Excitedly, I talked to the messenger about the black bull with a horn on his forehead, and the messenger immediately interrupted me, and he strongly pointed it out and said, "No, this beast has 2 horns, not only 1. Now, when he said that to me, I was surprised, because I have seen the beast with my own eyes, and I saw only 1 horn on his forehead. He did not have 2 horns. Now, while I was pondering his reply, nou pondering beteken om iets te oordink, the messenger spoke again and said to me, "This is prophecy that went forth, and it has to go in fulfillment." Now, when I woke up, the dream occupied my mind and it bothered me. So I decided to search on the web, for I thought maybe someone else would have something to say about the beast of Revelation. Or maybe the Lord gave a revelation similar to someone else as well regarding this beast that I saw in my dream. So I googled black bull with 1 horn, and I pressed the search button. Now, I did not really expect to find something on the web, but I just felt I had to do a search, trying to understand what I have seen. Now, I was almost paralyzed when I saw what appeared on my computer screen. Now, before I show you the results of my search, I want to describe the beast as I saw it. Now, this beast was black with long woolly hair, like a mammoth elephant. His head, ears and hooves was like that of a huge black bull. His legs was also slender like that of a bull. His legs was not like that of a rhino. He had 1 big horn in the middle of his forehead like a rhino horn, and he was huge. If I can compare his size, he was a lot larger than a huge South African buffalo. In my dream, when I looked at the beast, I was thinking of a horse at the same time, but nothing of the beast's physical appearance looked anything like a horse. Now, after I woke up, this puzzled me a lot, and I thought to myself that maybe I was confused, as it happens sometimes in dreams. But after I got the information on the web, I understood for the first time why a horse came into my mind at a specific point when I looked at the beast. Now, according to the web encyclopedia, wikipedia.org, a prehistoric animal existed in ancient times that looked like a black bull with 1 horn on its forehead, and it is called the Elasmotherium sibiricum. Now, according to this encyclopedia, there's only a handful of written information that exists regarding this prehistoric animal, and it is the writings of the Siberian Russians, known as the Evenks, and the Yakut people in northern Russia. The Nordisk Familjebok. Now, this is a Swedish encyclopedia. The writings of a medieval traveler, Ibn Fadlan, and a German cryptozoologist, Willy Ley. Now, I was stunned to see that the Siberian Russians, where this animal existed, describes this animal exactly the way that I have seen it in my dream, as a huge black bull with 1 horn on his forehead. Then, as hundreds of years passed, we see, according to oral myths, Ibn Fadlan describes this animal as a horse, bull-like creature with a head of a ram, and not like the Evenk and the Yakut people describes it in northern Russia, where this prehistoric animal existed, as a huge black or grey bull with long fur and a single horn in the forehead. Now, this is the webpage of wikipedia.org of the Elasmotherium that I found.